it occurs to me that I need to grab some water, so it's a bad time to start. BRB! I have returned. Okay. Back to round 2. That was a bad idea actually, I do need a slash. It's a terrible time to start. Okay, now I'm back. 3 minutes into the stream. Let's actually go. So, oh god, I remember what I was doing. I was trying to fix a race issue, wasn't I? So why is there a race issue? There is a race issue because we're calling we're calling equip modifiers, and that's calling shift stat, which is an RPC. But you're calling this multiple times. What happens if I call this as a server RPC? Will that just work? Will that just work? Take my whiskey. That's calling shift stat, which is calling set server stat, and it's calling this. This is what it's calling it. So instead of that, I should have this should be shift stat server RPC. Should I just have a set stat RPC and should I have shift server stat? Yeah, set server stat. Or it should have a boolean here, which is increase. Bool shift, and I'll say if shift new val plus equals the current value, and we set that to the new value. We'll say we'll add that in here. And shift stat will just say there's the value change, true. So hopefully this works now, and solves our race condition. So now we're not calling set stat, we're calling shift stat, so every stat change will just increase or decrease it by a value. And that's probably what we'll do overall, to be honest. Yeah, so we'll just pretty much call shift stat from everywhere. Set stat is probably not going to be called much. We could make a set stat thing, which just calls set stat server RPC, and then it's all a bit. Maybe I'll put this up here somewhere. I feel like I put get stat down here, and I put shift stat up here. That looks a bit nicer. And this is unsynchronized set stat, and then false. We don't want to shift it, we just want to set it. Although we could actually even shift it, because it doesn't make a difference. That's setting it from 0 anyway. But yeah, let's give that a go. And let's get these songs going. Let's burst some tunes. Share with your followers. Publish. I don't really know what that means. Lo-fi beats. There are some good ones. Again, I wonder if I shouldn't have split this into more assemblies. Like all the RPC calls could have probably been done in their own thing. So if we create a relay, we got all the default stats here. Like 90 health, 5 physical damage, and 90 total health. And then let's play over here, get the join code. I should really make a like the whole health thing. I have to make sure I do the set total health at some point. So join relay, show me a number that's not like 30. Sweet, I think that worked. I think that might have just worked. So now if I come over here, I go bap, bap, bap. Okay, and if I go here, bap, oh, we did it! And now for the ultimate test, let me knock this guy down to like 50. The ultimate test is going to be trying a third client, and then if that all works, I think we're Gucci. I think we are good to go. This seems like quite a simple solution. So yeah, I don't know why I had to come up with it. I mean, I'm not complaining. That's your job as a dev, but I'd have thought that someone who was like, "Hey, serializable dictionary kind of thing," they would have come up with this beforehand. Maybe I'll make this into a little video. Who knows? Because all I've really done is put like a little set stat and shift stat thing here. So yeah, all you have to do is be wary of brace conditions on set stat. Make sure if you're doing a lot of them, you're doing it correctly, and just doing the last one that you want at the right time. Is there a way I could avoid that race condition if I set locally, and then after I set locally, then I set it on the other players. Is that a thing? That probably is a thing, if I think about it. There's probably a way to make it so I have stats, and anytime stats is changed, like a value in, anytime one of these ints is changed, it does like an on value change thing. What was the game? Join relay. So it sets this to 5, blah 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 blah. And so let's go back. Boom, he's down to 45, she's still up there at like 70. And this guy's here at like 90, 85. Alright, so that's looking good now. Sweet, absolutely juicy. That was an easy fix. It took 3 to 4 hours to accomplish. That's half my day gone. Race conditions can be a bitch. Yeah, realistically, I'm only ever changing my own stats. Like you're never changing someone else's stats. Well, I guess you are sometimes. But things like equip would just be like change local stat, and then attack would be change a stat on someone else, and you could determine that automatically. So you'd say, oh, is the person calling this RPC the owner kind of thing. So you'd say is owner. If not, then change it on the server. If you are the owner, change it on the client. And then yeah, just do the last update across the server. I'm pretty sure that's how it would work, right? If you send multiple updates to the one value, the last one will be held or done, maybe. I can't think of how else it would do that. Or you could even have like a sync check on server. There's a bunch of different ways you could do it, but this works fine for now. And so from now on, we'll just call shift stat when we want to shift it, and set server stat can be private. Let's change this debug log. We don't really care about that anymore. We can do an onset health, I guess, or an onset total health. So we should probably do that. So let me make a little region server side. So that'll be network spawn, blah blah blah, RPC, etc. Get stat. So that'll just be all that. And then equip modifiers. Let's just call this shift stats, really. Shift stats positive. Take damage. Yeah, I should do callbacks. I shouldn't do stuff in take damage because, as I said, race conditions exist. Unless I want to get into that whole mechanic now of shifting stats and then doing it client side versus network server side. That might be a play. Because if I do take damage now and I do like combat health minus equal damage and then I say get stat, then it won't work. At least on the connected clients it won't work because I'll be doing it immediately and the health wouldn't have changed. So yeah, you want to just do changes and then do stuff via callbacks instead. I'm just wondering if that's as expandable. Probably. I can't see a situation why that wouldn't be the play, or that wouldn't be appropriate. It's hard to say. Let me commit these changes first. So I'll commit this to source tree because now it's working. Stage all. I'll say fixed network variables. Fixed network variables. Commit. I don't think there was any warnings this time. Yeah, I don't think so anyway. Because last time we were getting a warning for saying we're sharing too much new data, but now there's not too much new data, I hope. And everyone will hopefully be nice and synchronized. Bit chilly. I take loads of like feta egg, which is nice. And I am stuffed. So this is done now, so how would I do this? I didn't change anything, right? I just added a region, so if anything broke, that'll be weird. How would I do this otherwise if I didn't want to do a race condition? If I just wanted to have set stat, so everything ends up at set stat server RPC. Instead of calling that, we just call set stat. And that would, if you're the owner, it would set the stats on the server, it would set the stat in your dictionary, and then it would call set stat server RPC with a dictionary. Otherwise it wouldn't. I think that will work. So let me take in set stat, let me take off shift. So there's no more shift now. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. We get there's no more shift set. Now we just say plus our current value. Would that work? If I set loads of stuff on another client, would that work? No. No, it would not. It would not work. It would not work at all. So the issue is that if I do a big batch set on another client and I say, hey, set the equipment plus 10, because this value won't change, it will end up weird. If I go stats, stat type. Oh. This won't work because this won't change until like a little while after. So if you're setting something, if this shift stat is called on someone else's stat, this won't change. Or will it? Or will it? Maybe. Maybe there's. Maybe I don't need to do his own or anything. Maybe it's as simple as this. Maybe it's as simple as this. Maybe it's as simple as that. It's the wrong way around. Let me test this quickly. So this is what I had before, and it doesn't work with multiple clients because of the race issue. And then if I just change it a tiny bit, instead of saying get the stat and add it to that, if I do it locally and then set it, will that work? Let's find out. The only issue I can see here is if, again, another race issue of setting the health somewhere else and then setting it from my guy. So yeah, those two running at the same time might cause an issue. It'll ignore the latest one. Is that true of my current thing? No, my current thing works perfectly because it's all called, everything's runs to the server. But I'm curious to see if this is a possible solution. It isn't ideal because it introduces a race issue. So I probably won't do it. I'll probably stick to the way we have, because the way we have works and in my head works perfectly. Let's create the relay over here. Let's join the relay over here. It's not showing the health or anything, is it? God, where is the set stat client, obviously? What's the debug.log? Where's the debug.log? I'm very confused. I got rid of the log. Where is it? Did I get rid of it before I submitted? That's annoying. Whatever. God, where was I? Shift stat, set stat, set stat, set stat. I want to say log. What's log? Log. Well, open new literal. We'll say stat type equals this. This on player ID. Okay. So yeah, I don't know if I'll keep the current way I have, because we've not really changed much. We're just trying to get shift value to work essentially on its own. But you know, it's not a big deal. Is it saved? No. It was not compiled. I was wondering why it was already ready while the other thing was still going. So this shouldn't work. This should break. And yep, 90 works on that character, but when I join here, yeah, it ends up with like 30 or 40 or whatever. So instead of that, I say shift stats, shift stat, this should now work, I believe, with just that one simple change. Also, let me take away the stupid equipable saying we've equipped stuff, because I no longer care. Yeah. So let's give that a look. And then we can get back to programming some actual mechanics. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'll keep this because the other way works fine. So why would you? I'm a bit curious. As I often am, which is why I get very little done. But I mean, it was 10 minutes. Like 10 minutes testing is not a big deal. It's just when you do it a lot, then it becomes a big deal. But it's fine. So yeah, that's looking good. Just gonna play. Compile times do leave much to be desired sometimes. Maybe I need a more powerful PC, but I have like 32 gigs of RAM and a decent CPU. Hard to say. Join relay. So, yeah, so that works fine as well. Question is, which do I like more? Which version do I like more? This version that runs everything through the server, which is probably totally immune to race conditions for that reason, because it doesn't call on the get at all. Like, it doesn't try to get any values. It only ever sets values when it's setting, obviously. When you're getting a game. So I could do this, which works but doesn't work with things like take damage. So the old version, if I did a take damage and I shifted the stat and I immediately said, okay, what's the damage? That wouldn't work. This will work. So yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Two different options. Should I just flip a coin? I can't see. I probably shouldn't, yeah. Because this introduces a race issue, which can lead to unpredictability, so I probably shouldn't do this one. Like, yeah, I shouldn't. No, I'm not going to do this one because, like, say if an enemy attacks you, but also, although, no, I shouldn't. Yeah, I should just fix it. The thing, because if an enemy attacks you, like if two enemies attack you at once, basically only the last hit will register, essentially, which isn't great. So let's revert this. Let's revert all of this. We'll keep this change. Yeah, we'll just revert all these shift changes, and so it'll just be there. I'll say discard. And now let's give it one more. We don't need to test it now. We already tested it. Testing's good, but you don't need to. So yeah, now it's now the set stat has a shift value. So you can either set a new value, or you can just, if shift is set to true, then it will shift by that value. So yeah, if shift new value plus equals, that's stat type. Which, yeah, is fine. All we've done is move it slightly. Yeah. You could do some sort of hybrid method, that now that I think about it, where that might be quite long. Maybe that's the play, a little hybrid method. I think that might be the play. So when you call set stat server RPC, this is called in two places, on synchronized and in shift stat. We could leave it there. Actually, you don't need to leave it there. So yeah, instead of set stat server RPC, we'll do set. It will just be called set stat. And it will have the same signature. Let me call this set stat. So now what this would do is change it. How would this do it? It would change it. What's set stat server RPC? It's there. This is only called here, and this will only be called here. So this doesn't need a shift anymore. And this doesn't need a shift. That'll just be like that. And this does use the shift. If shift new val plus equals the current stat. Actually, no. It won't need that because it's the hybrid method. There's like send things there. Which I've used somewhere, but I forget where. I got rid of the thing again, didn't I? Annoying. This is called by this, this is called by this. This is only called if how do I do it? I'll find it somewhere amongst here. Target client ID, I think this is where it was. So refresh delvers calls the client ID, refresh player data client ID, target client ID, set data server. There it is. So target client ID. Is there like an inverse of this? Not the object ID, the client ID. This is weird. This is okay. Stat type, new val, shift, new val, shift. Why is it being weird? Shift, ID. So this sets it basically on the local, and then it sets it on the server. And it gets down to the set client RPC, and it says if sender ID equals ID return, basically. I currently have the following to send to update values locally and then across the server. Is there a way not to send the client RPC to the sender at all? Like an inverse of the what was it? That's the equipment, no way. In the client, in the target client IDs, like an inverse of target client IDs. Oh, hang on, I haven't sent it. Think for me, ChatGPT. Check the local client. You can utilize the local client ID to check the thing. Oh, yeah, that should be local client ID, not owner. Network manager dot singleton dot local client ID. Start server, set stat client RPC, client IDs to array. Oh, that makes sense. Elon client ID, remove client ID. So this doesn't take this in. If array.exists target client IDs ID there's a send thing, isn't there, in the equipper? Can't you just set target client IDs? Client RPC params equals new, yeah. And this takes in a client RPC params equals default. So if I say client RPC params server? I thought it was like sender RPC params. I could have sworn that was one. Server RPC params. Receive.sender client ID. Receive.sender client ID. And I'll set it like this. Yeah. That's a large amount of code I've just added. Let's fucking see this shit. This could be private. Private. This could probably also be private. So this sets stats with false. This sets stats with true, and that means that it'll set the stat. And I should actually put this up here as well. On local. So if my why would I do this? It worked fine. Why not just work around it? It's not hard. You just say, oh yeah, there you go. Wait a frame. Just pass it by a callback. But now I don't have to. Now it can be like if get stats health is less than or equal to 0, combatant death which is how it should be. Nothing should affect health other than via take damage or grant health, I guess, but that's not going to kill someone. Unless I've really messed up the code. That's right, I'm combing my arm hair. That's the stages we've gotten to in life. I can change physical damage here, can't I? Yeah, on certain clients. On local, health on local, yeah, see all it does is set on local here. What if I could change this into a cool dictionary that just like takes a dictionary of generics? Now that would be very impressive. That could be like my daily thing. Join relay paste. So it sets a bunch on local. This has done some funky stuff. hell? It works here. It's synchronized, but here, yes, it's. This is so weird. This is bizarre. It's hitting it up. It's what the hell? It's getting lower and lower in here, but here it's 4,000, 4,110, 4,215, 4,315, 4,410, 4,500. That's so weird. The number is going up and down by, it's just totally random every time. Yeah, that's weird. So set stats called locally. So this never gets to this is the first stage in the server. If shift new val plus equals the current stat, stats equals new val. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Maybe if I switch those two lines around, so it's setting the server with new val before we change new val. Oh, this should be here as well. So we set the stat, otherwise which is as it worked before, otherwise we say set the stat locally. Because this shouldn't, let me just get rid of this, just to make sure the other thing's working. Let me actually just comment out. Is there a way to quickly comment out? Is there a comment out hotkey in Rider? Control / Control Shift /. Okay. Control Shift /. Let's open up Unity. I don't know why I spend so long on these things. I feel like it's part perfectionism, part fear that, you know, I'll run into a problem in the future and forget why it's there, because I do that a lot. I'm like, oh yeah, this will work, and then if something goes wrong, I'm like, oh god, this, and it's always, that's the worst feeling, because it's like an issue that's familiar and I feel like I should know what's wrong with it. Let me make sure. Welcome to the stream. Say hi if you join, as I can't see viewer counts. Yeah, that's the worst feeling, when you have a problem that you had before and you forgot how you solved it. I hate that. So this doesn't set anything. So this is working. So let's try that again. Let's uncomment this. Let's go on Abaro clone 1. It's just so much waiting. Such an ungodly amount of waiting. Anything happening on WhatsApp? No. Play. So much loading. Imagine when I have a game that actually has like content in it. Oh god, it's gonna be so much loading. Create relay. So it should set a lot of stuff on local. Yep. And then we can join. We'll play on this one because I don't know if the other one's running. Let's go join relay. And it seems okay here. 85 on local, so we're setting on local, and then yep, setting it on 1 there as well. Yep. Does Q work? Yeah, there's a modifier, so it's just the same. What happens if I pick up a sword? Loot. Test. Weapons. Blue test weapon 2. Oh, pat. It's now seeing 15 a hit, and then player 1 has died. 0 on 1. Maybe I do need to do it via callbacks. Yeah, I should probably do it via callbacks. Because it's not calling take damage and all of them take damage as local. Could I make this plus an RPC? No, probably weird. But let's give it a go with the callbacks. I'm gonna try and keep standing. Oh, my feet are tired, but it's fine. Surely I could switch to normal songs. Would that work? And I'm pretty sure, like on Twitch, you can play any song you want. I don't know how it works. If you get like the old streams videos, they get like copyright infringed. Not that it matters yet. I'm not getting paid for any of this shit. But yeah, no one's dropped by today. It's been a lonely stream. 0 viewers. Although I guess it is Tuesday, so Wednesday even. That does make sense. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Lady. day. There's a lot of crap there. I should clean that up. I have no idea why it's like standing on my desk. Very ominous. Yeah, I should probably do everything through callbacks. So on health changed. Ba-da-da-da. Maybe that's the play. I could have a dictionary of callbacks. Does that work? Maybe that'll work. And then on set stat, I'll just have that should work, right? I don't know how it works. Will I need to initialize it before I can add to it? Will I need to initialize the following before I can add actions? Add that to my current initialize on now export on stats, so initialize them all to 0 and also initialize the callbacks to 0 or to empty. Can't just continue. Hang on, give me 1 sec. Okay. So yeah, there should be initialized stats. Which you can just do here. I don't actually need to make another function called initialize stats. I can just override the networks one. And I'll say set callbacks dot health plus equals say on void on set health. If if brackets health get stat health is less than or equal to 0, death. I could change it to take in the health, but I don't think I need to. Get stats, take damage, shift stats, put it right here on set health. And then, yeah, I could even override that to do total health to make sure that if I pick something up of a lower health, it is, you know, gives me lower health. Do I want to do that? Not really. Because I'm not adding health when I pick something up, because I'm now just doing it via health regen. So if you pick up a higher value helmet, you just get a bigger health bar. But yeah, maybe I don't immediately remove health if I pick up a lower health thing. Maybe I just, you know, lower it down and then it just ticks down towards health. That way you can pick up like overshields and stuff. So if you get a health potion, do I want that? Not really. Overshield. Like overshield can be its own thing. Yeah, I should probably set it down. I don't want health to ever be larger than thing health. Seems like a pretty versatile system. I'm just doing everything on callbacks anyway now, so all this stuff was unnecessary. But I guess it's actually better because now I'm doing one less call, so very slightly better. Actually, not even very slightly, because like when you pick up a piece of armor, previously it was updating everything that the armor changed. Previously if you pick up a piece of armor, it's changing everything that the armor changes, whereas now it's just changing it locally. Yeah, I was just thinking, like, do I want to update every value, or do I want to do a check where I say, hey, is this value equal to this? If it is, then don't update it, but that won't, again, that leads to race conditions. If I check it and it has changed on the server, then it'll look the same and I won't change it. So yeah, you always want to update, even if you're just changing 0 to 0, just so the server knows. I had a thought before this. Where'd it go? It was somewhere. I've lost it. Maybe it'll come back. But yeah, I'm happy with this. I think it's good. So on set health, if combatant health is less than or equal to 0, combatant death. And yeah, this just shows if we set it locally or externally. Oh yeah, we want to do the total health check as well, which would be in here on network spawn. Ooh. Yeah, well, what? Why is what? Isn't that how it works? On network spawn, Delve Manager. Oh, it's because I'm already calling this on the other Delve Manager, aren't I? Although to be fair, I don't know. I'll tell you what, let's just do it here. Let's just say, let's make another. Let's just make another little thing and call it. On network spawn, we'll call protected virtual void set init. Initialize. It should be SE initialize. Initialize callbacks. And I'll move this down here and call this here. Override initialize callbacks. And I'll say callbacks. This is private. This should be protected. It's nice now because this can be private and this can be protected. So stat callbacks. Total health plus equals on total health changed. I'll be private void. Private void. That sounds like some sort of army member in the demon world. On total health changed. If get stat total health is greater, sorry, if it's less than get stat current health, just health, then we'll say set stat, that should be set stat. Shift stat goes to set stat, which is private. We can now make this protected. Set stat health to total health. Nice. So yeah, if total health is less than the current health, when you change the total health, then you just move the total health to the current health down. and I think it's good. I don't really like all the uses of get stat and set stat, but it's fine. Like I would prefer it to be them all to be protected, but this, I guess, you know, you fix people into using get and set stat, so you're not going to mess with anything. I could promise myself not to use get stat and change the value on it, but what's the point? I'll just say use get stat. So let's do a little test here. Oh, my feet are killing me. I might sit down, but that's going to lead me to be sleepy. It's what it is. I shall be sleepy. Make sure the other two are updated as well. Create relay. So that's looking good. While these join, let's do a little test. Let's do a little spawn. Spawn loot test. Head 3. And spawn loot test. Head 4. So, boom. Total health is 110. Move speed 5, thorns 10. This should set everything, shouldn't it? No, it shouldn't. No, it should. Because now my thorns will still be 10. Yeah, thorns are still 10. We're not taking that thorns off. No, it should do. Also, where the hell did the head just go? What? What's going on here? What? Where'd my head go? What? Spawn loot test. Head 3. Thorns. Why is it not? Did I change that thing? I didn't change that. I didn't change anything, did I? On the equip. What's the equipper? Oh, I just fully took away the drop thing. That's awkward. Did I change? Yeah, why is that no longer there? It's not the best. Let me try again. That should be fine actually, because the unequip effect should trigger and say, okay, minus thorns, and so it should say thorn 0. That's what the unequip effect should do. So yeah, we only need to change anything where there is a change. Obviously, if there's 0, there's no positive or negative change. Unequip effect, shift stats. For each stat where the value is not 0, shift stat. And we'll do the value modifier. The shift stat takes the current stat and adds it to the other stat. Oh man, this is a very interwoven code, but it's all in one. Like honestly, no matter how weird it gets, as long as it's just in one file, it's not too confusing. Like at the end of the day, we just have a few entry points. We have get stat and set stat. and shift stat. So you have set stat, get stat, and thing stat. Set stat, get stat. Where's shift stat? Shift stat. These aren't really server side. I should move these out of the server side. So put these right. I'll put these below server side, and I'll call this. What are they called? APIs. Endpoints. So that's pretty much all we're calling. Although we do also call take damage. Also need to get rid of this. So those are the main endpoints, but we also call take damage, which is public. Do we not call shift stat from anywhere? No, we call shift stat from shift stats. This is the public one. I'll put it down here. Set stats, shift stats, and then take damage down there. These are the callbacks. Sites have regions. So we've got the callbacks, we've got the endpoints, and we've got the server side. This isn't really server side. This should be in callbacks. So we have initialized callbacks, then we have the other stuff. Nice, very nice. Then we have a little thing there. Let me make sure we're playing the latest version. How long have I been recording for? An hour 20. So, you know, just messing really for an hour 20. But what is an hour 20 in a lifetime, eh? On my deathbed, damn, I wish I had another hour 20. I wish I wasn't messing with the callbacks for that hour. But I have wasted more time on less noble pursuits. So hopefully I do this. And then in the next 45 minutes, I don't know, I finished the attack. I was going to do, what was my stream list? Change Delver to combatant. I've done that. So he's now a combatant, and he uses the template. Create damage visual effect, test full build, I haven't done that yet. Fix unarmed animation idle, I haven't done that yet. Make life with scrap editing, I haven't done that yet. No drop and pick up same item, that should probably go like up here. And there should be a fix early, fix, or handle I should say, server stop. I thought he did handle the server stop, but evidently not. Create relay. Health 90 on local, total health 90 on local. Let's try spawn loot test, head 3, loot test, head 4. So if I pick this up, total health 110, move speed 5, thorns 10. Total mana, health, move speed, and thorns back to 0. Sweet. So total health is 95. Now total health is 110. If I say health, start test, 0 health, 15. He's now got 115 health. 115 out of 110, but boom, health 115, total health is on 95, and health is on 95. Sweet. This doesn't affect health. That doesn't affect health. Total health 20. I should show a little plus 15 there. So if I go health, set, oh god, test, 0 health, 15, 110 out of 110. Let's join here. This helmet, get 5 total health, get 95 total health. I'm gonna hit this guy from 115, or is it 115 he was on? I don't know. 110 he was on, yeah, to 105. Where's my cap? I haven't got a cool cap. Picked it up, but it's not showing. Let's spawn another. Spawn, loot test, head 4. So I was 105, I should be down to like to 90 now or something. 95. Nice, health to 95 on 0. Sweet, so it seems to just all work. And then if he hits me again, I'll go down to 90. And then if I batter him down to 0, it's not calling it, which is weird. Oh, I'm not calling it, am I? I'm not calling this callback. I need to call the callbacks. Where is it called? It's called server side, I believe. Or it's called client side, even. Yeah, it's called here. It needs to also be called on the server side. So that should work. The only issue I have is why is it not equipping the head? Is it because it's the head? No, it shouldn't be that, because I equipped the first head I picked up. Armor weapon. What's the set head avatar? Unequip, equip. That's not happening there. If is O no equip effect, otherwise set visuals. So it should still set visuals. That is weird. Let's play it on the main, see if there's an issue there. Picks up why it's not working. I should have done a bit more testing really when I had the thing up. Dun, 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 dun. Create relay. Join the relay. Join relay. Join relay. Nope, that's lobby. Paste. So spawn loop test heads 2, 3. Spawn loop test. Head 4. Spawn loop test. Weapon 3. So let's go head. See, that one worked. That one also works. Interesting. Yep. It's not really doing much on the second one test, very low. Sort of deep. So it's not terrific. Anyways. Oh god. Oh man, I knew sitting down would be my downfall. Spawn loop test, head 2. Except she picks up this plague mask. But and I pick up this head. But the issue seems to just be with me picking up that head. Wizard cap. Total mana to 20. Total mana to 0. That's very weird. That's very weird. Well, this helmet. So she can wear it. Oh, let me go in and out. And I can wear this. That's what a strange bug. That. Oh, you can't wear this one, but you can wear everything else. This should never happen as well, by the way. I'm just messing some crap up here. I know. I missed out on some stream there, but hopefully it's still working. I wonder if this is what destroyed it. It was very coincidentally timed. Yeah. Try interact. If closest interactable equals null, return false. Otherwise, closest interactable dot interactable. How could that not be true? How can that be null? It is still bizarre how this just doesn't appear on me. Is it to do with the avatar? It should still appear. Maybe it doesn't appear on anyone with a beard. My first thought is something in the Delver Manager around here. How does the face mask look on me? Spawn, loot test, head 1. Where are you? There you are. Yeah, see, that works. That just doesn't. Very bizarre. I mean, it all seems to be working, at least on the network side of things. Which is good to see. Oh. Spawn loot test, weapon 3. No, I don't want that one. Spawn loot test. Weapon 2. Da. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Does this not work? I thought it was just searching a circle. Has died on local. Player 1 has died. No. Jesus, you have to go right on him. Douche. Douche. Yeah, well, that works. Yeah, let's look at. Let's actually reload that one on the left and see if it joins with a lady character with no beard. Although, does she have a beard now? I'm not too sure. She might just have a beard now. Don't know. Remember what the third character looks like now. Let's create relay. I need to join relay. Nice, so that's all the stuff's there. Alright, wizard cap. Yeah, see, it works fine there. Yeah, these all work fine, so it must be something to do with the beard. Or lack thereof. But, deep. Yeah, so it must be something to do with the beard. That's the only explanation I can think of. So it'll be under set head avatar. If head type equals brow. If head type equals avatar slot dot brow, head type equals avatar slot dot beard. Okay, so if it's okay, right, sweet. So if it covers the brow, it covers the beard. Essentially, is what this is saying. That just simplifies it. For each thing, mesh renderers, avatar mesh renderers or Gamedev set active. If the head type equals head equals, if the value does not equal head type and the head type does not equal head. So if it's head, then it's always false. If head type equals beard, then turn off the brow. What does it have to do with showing the thing? Wizard's cap, display object and covering. Mesh, body type female. Oh, that's why. Any, you fool. Well, that's weird. No, yeah, no, that's not weird. Because there's a male and female version. Yeah, male and female version. Any. Okay. That should be fine now. Because some armors do indeed have a gender. Okay, so we can cross some stuff off the list now, I hope. No, we've done nothing. The whole day has just been fixing thing issues. Well, we also implemented attacking, so let's try for a visual effect, shall we? Let's get into the game. And let's see if we can't mock together a cool visual effect. Let me slap my stream back up on the off chance anyone joins. I'm so lonely. You hate to see it. Oh man. But how can one be lonely with hair this floofy? Oh my god. Oh, what a magical time to be alive. Create a relay. Okay, we got the Delver. We got the Delver Armature. We got the character. Where's the actual character? Where's the arm? There we go. Mesh target. So here's the fantasy hero instance. So we can change all these values because it's polygon, custom characters URP. Polygon underscore custom characters the UK. No, what's happening? Let's open this graph up, shall we? So Let's move these a bit, make it a bit more sensible. You could just slap on a base color, really. Yeah, I could just have a thing here that lerps between another color. So if I like put this out into a lerp instead, lerp, lerp, just lerp B, and then A can just be black, or actually we'll set it to white. Oh, we don't need a. Why is it a vector 4? Whatever. And then T can be a, I will say float, hit effect, default to 1. Default to 0. Yeah. So hit effect will be that. So save asset. Oh, there we go. So can we see hit effect? Zero. On. No? Oh, I'm not putting this to the out. Hit effect. 0. Save asset. Boom, it flashes white. That looks cool. It looks very, very funky. It's like she's made out of chalk. Boom. Pat. Pop. Boop. Pat. Let me, I don't know, just flash red, I guess. Hit effect. Float. No, don't want that. Color. Hit color. Save asset. Maybe like a red. Maybe like an overlay instead. Maybe what if I just do 50%? Or 0.7. And back to 0. That might work. I'm pretty sure I just set materials somewhere here. Yeah, mesh value equals mesh target or material. So can I pass this back up to my Delver manager maybe? If I have, where is this equipper? In Delver. I kind of want it to be a combatant effect, to be honest. Because then everyone can just have the same sort of effects. Combatant effects, combatant visual effects, I think that's what we'll call it. Add C class says combat and visual effects. When is this called? Equipper. It's in the construct. It could just return this material. Does it return a copy of the material? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see if auto happens first. Actually, let's give it a little command, little testy test. Command. Command. What's happening? Command. Oh, that's probably why. Command. I'll call it hit test. Private void hit test. Let me remove any extra random things here. We'll just say mesh target dot material dot get float. That's the name, which is hit effect. Where should we set float? String-based property like 100% efficient. Okay. Hit effect ID. This should never fail. I was just thinking of race conditions. Like if this hits multiple times, like this shouldn't make a difference because only the last 0 will ever trigger. At worst, you'll get one that ends early, or one that doesn't look like it's triggering. Yeah. But I mean, you'd have to hit within 2 milliseconds of each other, 200 milliseconds of each other anyway. Okay, let's do hit test, and let's do this to all. Target type all. I could make it so you can get iframes, but I don't like iframes, man. I don't like them in anything. I don't like him in dodging, I don't like him in, oh, I've taken damage, now I get some iframes. No, man. Eat the damage, I'll take your lumps. That's what happens. So I'll give that a go. Create relay. And we'll say take damage, hit test, blip. Okay, so it does work. Well, I mean, a bit. I haven't set the color on this. This should be like a red. Hit color. Oh, what? Can I not set the default color? Interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Not that interesting. We can change it in. Where is the avatar manager? I don't know. But there should probably be an effects manager that we consider there. Nope, I've got an upcoming subscribe and save delivery for the Friday 7th of June. Why is that unsubscribe and save? Lord knows I haven't used it yet. Let me get rid of that before I forget. How do I unsubscribe? I don't want no delivery. Edit. Cancel subscription. That's a lot of crazy stuff. Put up. Okay. Yeah, I can't seem to change the effect, which is annoying. I guess I'll have to change it on. Or is it because I'm playing? No, that's weird. That's weird. I wonder why I can't change it. I'd have thought I'd be able to change it on the material. What's the point in exposing it then, eh? Eh? I don't actually need to expose it, truth be told, because it's just not really a thing. 0.7, 0.1, 0.1. Do I not? 0.1. That's cool. It just shows the colour. So that's the hit effect. Just gives them a little flash. The question is, what's the best way to trigger the hit effect? Currently I'm doing it on the equipper, which isn't ideal. Let's go. Test. Hit test. Oof. There you go. That actually doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look great. I mean, like, it doesn't look like... It's not like the end of the world, you know? We could cycle it up to that and then cycle it down. Add some of them sounds in, you know. I guess I could just put it in the Delver Manager itself, as opposed to a separate to Delver Manager.effects. I just feel like it's easier, man. And like, you have partials, like, why not just have one massive class, you know? Why not? Why not? Probably shouldn't, but why not, eh? Why not? Just have one fat off class. All this separation of concern. We get it. You're a nerd and you follow design principles. It's all private anyway. Just load my game up with fucking singletons, because fuck them. Do singletons make the game run slower? I don't know. Nor do I particularly care. Alright, we've got the combatant visual effects. It should just be effects, really. On the combatant manager, I should construct it. Should be fine with just one material. Where's mesh target? It's on the equipper serialized. Could just make it like this. combatant base. Okay, so this is all the combatant base. And then combatant base serialized. Refactor, extract into partial. Actually, a mesh renderer, main mesh. I think this will work. And then combatant visual effects, I can just like copy that equipper thing over here instead. Copy all that over to here. Should take in a main mesh. Mesh renderer main mesh. I should take it to main mesh like that. Hit effect. And then under command base, we'll say take damage. Combatant prop combatant visual effects. Visual on network spawn, blah blah. Visual effects dot equals add component combatant visual effects. Take damage. Anytime we take damage, we'll shift the stat. We'll say visual effects dot hit effect main mesh. I think that's okay. This could probably be static. Combatant visual effects, hit effect, main mesh. That makes a bit more sense, and we don't need to add one in here. I am liking these statics, I won't lie. I think it's quite cool. You can just pass in stuff into it and then just call it, as opposed to anything else. Let's got a little test there. Let's do another one here. Say hit test. All the take damage. Take damage, brackets, take 10 damage. Let's give that a test. We just need to make sure we set the combatant right. So now if we go into Delver, there will be a main mesh. And now if we ever make another combatant, we just have to make sure that we set that correctly. Do you see a main mesh? There we go, main mesh. Mesh target. No, I can't add that there. Interesting. Let me go edit script. Interesting, so they both come from component. What's the best way to... I'm just sleepy all the time. Sitting on coffee. That'll explain a lot. I could call it early and go gym, but I haven't done much today. I'm going to do an extra hour, so I think I'm going to grab a coffee first. I will return while I grab my coffee. I will return. Alright, we back. I was going to test something, but I forget what. Oh yeah, I was going to add a material overlay and see if I can do that instead of this. Screw you, this. Let's go back to base color. Maybe I just press Ctrl Z and do this first just to make sure. Let's go art, assets, materials. Don't think I need that anymore. And I go do I need multiple materials? Probably not. Each one's a render call, so maybe I just do one and I just say combatant effects. I go material, combatant effect. Let me delete this first actually. Create shader. Unlit shader or standard surface shader? Standard surface shader? Oh no, I want a shader graph. Create shader graph. URP lit or unlit? Lit or unlit? I guess even an unlit you can still just have an emission, right? So you probably want lit. Combatant effects. Shader. I always have should underscore combatant effects. And then create material. Let's say matte underscore combatant effects. Bum, bum, bum. Maybe I don't know if I want to make this a material routing. Combatant constants, combatant base, main mesh, and is there a way to just like I don't want to do resources.load, you know? I'm going to create a combatant manager. No one can stop me. I love singletons. Add class interface combatant manager. And we're going to say serialized fields. Oh, no. Let me go mono behavior. Mono behavior and I singleton. Is that not how I do singletons? I always forget. Do I just do it like this? That's pretty easy. Pat. Prop S material, and I'll say effect material. Surely this will be an add. So public static get effect material. This returns instance. Oh, this should be material. Instance dot effect material. let's give that a little add to the scene. So combatant manager, I'll put it by the game manager or something. I can close this. I wonder how it works with multiple materials. How do I use material.getFloat if there's should be set float. So let's, Jesus, loading, come on game. Get materials array, modify the design materials. Okay, so if I guess I just do on the hit effect, I do dot materials like that instead. How does it work? Is there like an order in which they're? If I have multiple materials, is my phone charged? I'll put it on charge. If I have multiple materials, what order are they rendered in? So I want, like, obviously the hit effect to go over the top of the other. Jesus. Material order. First materials for then second, okay. Okay. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. This was working, right? I'm pretty sure it was working. Just doing this. Yeah, it was. It was definitely working. I should have probably committed that, but it doesn't matter. We move. How long I've got? 20 minutes. I can do this in 20 minutes. I can bash this out in 20 minutes. Set stat test. I had my coffee way too late and we'll be absolutely charged at gym now. I don't like having coffee at gym. My heart feels like it's going to explode. I'm just yawning all the time. Someone get me some speed. God. Hit test, take damage 15. Combatant visual effects hit test. I need to do like on network spawn. When I do initialize callbacks, I need to like initialize visual effects. To do like initialize up here or something. Do I want to make it like material ID 0? I can't see anything happening where I have more than one material, to be honest. You know what I mean? Maybe I just add it here. Maybe I just add it here. Public, mono behavior. And I just remove this off being static. And I get rid of the main mesh here, and I set it here instead. And then I say get component. Can I make it circular like that? Is that weird? Private void construct. And I go main mesh dot material set materials. Var mats equals main mesh dot get materials. What goes in here? No? Let me just control click it. List material M. If M equals null, result material cannot be null. What? I'm just going to say var M equals dot materials. What shared materials? Instance materials. What are shared materials? Shared or instance? Shared materials are shared across multiple objects, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. For materials equals that. Let's just ask how can I... Oh. You've lost you, ChatGPT. How can I add to the material array? think I already asked this, but who cares? Target render a new material. If target render does not equal null, a new material does not equal null. Material.current materials. Materials. Is there a simpler way of doing it? I mean, I can already see one where you just convert it to do two list. What? That's 4 lines. I'm convinced you can do it in like 3, if that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Main mesh. I'll say target mesh. No, let's leave it as main mesh. Construct var main materials equals main mesh dot materials. How does he not go to list? Interesting. I wonder which is cheaper. Materials dot add combatant manager dot get effect material. Main mesh dot materials equals materials. Do I have to do set materials? Oh, dot to array. So that's a very easy construct to do. Could maybe add something to the combatant manager at a later date. Yeah, I should have a link to my thing here. Prop combatant visual effects. And then in the on network spawn, I can say visual effects equals get component combatant visual effects. Visual effects dot hit effect. Ba bum ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum da-dum. And I could add an index here where it's like, okay, what index are we at, and that's what the change on, but should just be 1 really. I can't see a situation where I'm adding too many. Like, where would I ever have more than 1 material anyway? I mean, maybe I will. Why not? That's future-proofing in it. Prop effect material index. Should be an int. Effect material index. This will be equals materials.count or length count, and then we can just pass that in here. So I'll default to 1, but if you have other materials on it, then it'll be fine. Yeah. So that should be fine. Shouldn't have any issues there. effects material index. Just have to make sure we have it on each combatant now. Again, I could, instead of have it as its own mono behavior, just have it as an extension. It just seems like it would make more sense, you know? But I'm trying to be better. So I won't, I will put it in its own effect, its own object. I mean, I guess that's why you have require type of component. Oh, I'm so fat. All I see is boobs. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Need to start cutting. I've got Menorca in a few months now. If there wasn't a reason before, there was my terrible health and risk of coronary heart disease. Delver manager. But now there's an actual reason. Looking hot by the poolside. Yeah. What does require component even do? It doesn't really show an error here. It shows it here. Visual, combatant visual effects. Let me run it up here. And I'll run the main renderer there as well. The old mesh target. Should probably be a 4 each. Should probably be a 4 each. Yeah. And we have a different effect each thing, which would be cool. So like, if you ever apply lightning damage, it can be like have a little lightning effect over them. If you have a like poison effect, it can be all gassy and whatnot. So yeah, you can have some cool effects going. If I was really pro, I could use like a, you know, those vertex shaders that stick out, so it looks like 3D-ish. But I'm not that pro, and I'm incredibly lazy. So, construct. This is not being called anywhere. Combatant manager. No, I'm on base. I'm on base, Bari base. And I will set. Oh god, my eyes. Where am I? What's happening? Here. It's not. It's not got to. It's not public madness. Ooh, construct. Let's see if this works. I haven't actually made the material. So we can save this. I wonder if it'll have to be a material instance. Like, I wonder if I can actually. Oh. Why is this an async? It's not awaited anywhere. Weapon secondary performed, weapon secondary cancelled. I guess maybe in case This is for aiming. I don't know why it would need to be async though. I'm going to delete it there for now. I might also change this because it's kind of annoying, but I don't know if I can mess with it. I'm scared of destroying something. But I hate warnings. Maybe I can just use the old pragma. But hey, disable warning. I can just get rid of all the asyncs then. Is that it? Is that the only one? Are we done with this error code? 58! Oh no, I've been wasting time. Come on, load. Load! Okay, so I just want to get rid of this. Save this. Copy this. Oh God. Bless me. I guess just make this 0. So it's either transparent or it's thing. So I go plus float hit effect. That's the T. Could be down here. So between 0 and 1. Oh God. I do love all the like snapping. It's good fun. So that's between 0 and 1. So save that. Control S. What's Blackboard? Graph Inspector? What? Some craziness going on. I don't want to click. I'm a bit scared. Oh, that's just the graph settings. Oh, that wasn't as exciting as I thought it would be. Shader, combat, effect, shader graph. What? Oh, that's cool. How can I affect? Is this like a material that I can just drag instead of making this? Oh. And this is an instance of it. I'm a genius. I need to add the combatant manager. Oh god, it's getting heavy. Why is the Delver manager here? I thought Delver manager. What? Oh, I'm in the Delver manager. Makes more sense. I was very confused. I thought I was the root of the game. I was like, what's happening here? Avatar manager, map manager, game manager. Let's just add a little combatant manager here. We've got multiplayer, we've got audio, we've got the old server manager, which is a network object. It's weird how this can be a network object at the start. I guess because it's at the start and it's the same. It's like a scene item, so it's always the same. We've got a multiplayer manager, audio master. Let's create empty. Let's say combatant manager. Combatant manager, and let's get that material. No way, that's so cool. I didn't know I could do that. Maybe I don't call this. Maybe I just call this combatant effects. What's this called? URP. It's a shader though, I can't call it a matte. It's madness, but this is a matte. Oh, it's confusing. It's confusing times. You press play, you see what happens. Like, what have I really saved by having that effects in its own script, you know? Well, surely all I'm doing is wasting more memory by adding a reference to it, no? Now there's 2 scripts on it. It just seems wasteful. It just seems wasteful. And it did a little flash, which fills me with hope. I'm going to go straight in and just say hit effect. Hit test. Didn't do anything. Big sad. It didn't throw an error though, which is nice. So let's go into the actual hit test and see what it's doing. Combatant effect, visual effects, hit test. Let's drop a little breakpoint in there and hit me again with another hit test. Boosh. So we shift the health and we go into that, step into it. Oh, Jesus. Where the hell am I? No flow. That was weird. So main mesh, material index is 1. There's 2 materials. The second one is the one we're looking for. We 200 and then we go. So that should, I mean, it looks like it should work. What happens if I just change hit effect? What if I just do this? Control S, make sure it's even on the material properly. No, it doesn't appear to be. Unless it's because its material instance is off. Why can't I can change this, but I can't change this. Strange. Strange indeed. I'm gonna make another material here. I'm gonna make a material out of this. Because I can change that. Matte underscore combat at effect. Combat effects. And let's put this there instead. And you know what? Let's start this at 1. Let's just see how we're doing, eh? See what it's saying, see what we can affect. I have a feeling like this will work, and then we'll add another player and they'll all be hit in tandem because we're not instancing the material. The hell is this? Oh, that was what was using the test material, evidently. I wonder why. I guess that was just not perfectly the same size as the other one. Set the same colour as the one underneath it. Yo, Neil is back. How goes it, man? I'm just about to end the stream. You caught me late. It's 3 PM. I'm an hour overdue. I usually end at like 2. But I've been trying to get this hit effect working. How you doing? Hit test. Continue. No, that's a debug thing. Hit test. Weird. Doesn't seem to be working at all. Let me see what it's looking like in the material. So we have the combatant effects there. Hit effect 1. Not entirely sure there. You'd think it would making, even if it makes an instance of it, either way, it's not changing it. What happens if I move it like this? No? Maybe it's the shader itself? What happens if I just do this? How goes the window issue? Did you make any progress? Nothing. Why is this not working? What happens if I delete this? There, now it shows. But that shows over it. I have a feeling my issue is that this has some weird like render order. Queue sorting priority 1. Advanced options, user override, 3000. Oh no. There we go. Okay, well that seems to work. Doesn't apply to the head for some reason. Let's delete this and save this. So now if we go change hit effect, 0, no. Oh, I was hoping it would be 0 on the alpha as well. Weird, very weird. Very strange, very, very strange. Surface options, nothing's nothing there. Might be time to ask ChatGPT again. I have both materials in my materials array, but the one I've added doesn't show unless delete the base material. Check render queue, ensure the render queue of the new material is set correctly. Ensure the shit is both compatible with layering. How can I do that? Material list, I'll add material list, add render queue. New material.render queue equals 3000. How do you change the blend mode? Set override tag transparent, source blend, disk blend, Z-write 0. Can I just set that in the thing? Oh, page unresponsive. That's fine. That's a thing for you. Let's look at the graph settings. Lit. Transparent. Save. Let's go auto there. change anything there. Okay, so that seems to work. So maybe we don't light up this. Maybe this just goes straight here. And instead we light up this. Get up between 0 and 0.7. Or even 0 and 1. I'll put this hit effect in 0.7. I wonder if this could be a boolean. Boolean. Can that work? Oh, it does work. So I can just turn hit effect on or off. Create node. I don't know. Create Boolean hit effect. I assume that'll just be 0 or 1. 0.7. Control S. So this is off, and then hit effect. Boom. Let's see if I can get that to work instead. If I change take damage to be a set bool. Oh. I can't set boolean. What? Material set bool. That's not working. Boolean value 0 1 set int. Okay. Keep ratio. What? Set int keep ratio 1 would set the keep ratio toggle to true. Okay, so it's dot set int. Even better. Okay. Well, let's see if this works. Ugh, my back is killing me. Relay. Okay, so it takes a while to load in, but it does eventually load in, which is nice to see. So now if we say hit effect, okay, sweet. So if I say test hit, still nothing. What? But it works. It works, I say. I'm setting it on that material. The mesh target material effects instance. As I suspected. No, I tell a lie. This should work. Yeah, why doesn't that work? It works if I do it here, but not if I do it here. What if I set it on like the torso and I say, hey, mesh target clone. Yeah, see, okay, that's why. I know why it's not working. Why is there an instance here but not an instance elsewhere? That's not an instance, that's not an instance. But this is an instance. Very, very weird. Maybe I have to set the entire materials in here, in my Delve controller, in my equipper, sorry. Mesh renderer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I don't know why I wouldn't copy it over. Maybe it's adding it too late? Too late maybe? On network spawn? No, that can't be it, right? Surely not. Surely not. Finding the timings of things is always, you know, it's very sucky. It takes ages. I should call it here, but I really want to finish this hit effect first, especially since I had the hit effect working. I should have just left the hit effect as it was, man. Why am I like this? Why am I like this? With the adding and all this nonsense. It was working fine. It was working fine. What's happening? Click. Oh, I think maybe it worked. So now if I change this, nothing happens. But if I say, hey, test hit. Oh, it's not test hit. Ah, sweet. And if I, oh, Jesus Christ, that's been reloading for 40 seconds. If I get someone in here, then maybe I can also join them. 50 seconds, why is that not loading? Oh man, there's a lot of stuff. A minute 11, Jesus, that took a good while. But we got there in the end. Let me copy this. Join code over. Let's join relay. Oh, there we go. We were all stoned for a second, and then he takes damage. That's clearly just not saved. I like that though. That actually works. It's a bit blood red, but it's fine. What's calling this effect? This should be on health change, so if you get lower health as opposed to take damage, which is a local call. Or we should just call take damage on the server, because it just makes more sense that way. Is there a way to do that? Combatant base. Is there a way to do that? Take damage. Like I could just copy this over to the callbacks. If I move the entire RPC line back up a layer, then maybe that works. If shift stat does set stat. I mean, this can have a return value. What happens if I make this a server RPC? What happens, eh? Does the entire thing explode? Something tells me it will, but there's only one way to find out. Server RPC, quiet ownership false. Where is this even used? Perform attack and on hit test. Alright, I'll test this. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I change it to be in the callback, which isn't too much of an issue. I just have to put a new and old value, which I think I can do, right? So much rambling to myself. It's nice being able to pretend someone's now watching. I can be like, hey, be less rambly, Armin. Yeah, the actions can have a... actually, let me not change anything yet. Let me just play these first. Play. Play. And then... you'd invoke with old value, which is this, and then new value there. And then you'd have to just have different kinds of values there, so yeah, that wouldn't be too hard. Create relay. I haven't actually updated the thing, but it's fine. We went too far. Join relay. Now let's see if the entire thing explodes. So. Seems to work. Somehow. Interesting. Very interesting. What happens if I add a third character to join us in the fun. The first thing that happens, it takes 8 million years to join. What happens if I need to save and load this? Save file, save project, reload, and then reload project, updating asset search index. That should be okay now. This should work correctly without too many issues. Parallel Sync, man, what an absolute add-on, so good. Would certainly recommend it for anyone doing any sort of multiplayer. I hope this works. I was assuming it was just that thing that was not working, but for all I know, the entire thing doesn't work. He has returned! How goes it, Neil? You missed a lot of rambling and me trying to figure out why this hit effect wasn't working, but I think I've got it working now. So if I join relay, let's see if it works. So he can hit me. See, this is annoying because it's working on this second character. It's not working on my first character. Why is it not working on that character though? That is the question. I thought it was a matter of just the materials not updating, but now I'm not too sure. The game manager, command manager, Matt, yep. Let me look at, let's see what this looks like. Oh. So he's got some materials on him. Hit effect there, so these are all instants, that seems to work correctly. But nothing's calling it. Let me join relay. See if it works with this guy. Oh, minimize, minimize. These two are a bit too close together. So he's hitting them both, which I mean, I guess makes sense. Okay, so that all works. How are you doing, Neil? How goes the window problem? Speaking of problems, where were you? You were here. So hit effect. I guess because it's calling it on the server, so it works for the server. I'm just gonna do it on the callback. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to call a server RPC and then call a client RPC. It's just a fucking waste of time. Let me change the name properly. And let's move this into my callback. On set health. If it's less than 0, blah blah blah. Well, first we'll do this. If let's get some integers in here. So int. So stats type equal new val, old val. So let's go bar old val equals this. So old val, new val, and I can do the same down here as well. Somewhere. Stat, old val, new val. So stat server RPC. should be here as well. And old val comes from up here. Where's old val? Old val, where are you? Just Control F. There we go. Okay, that should work now. Let's make sure this takes in old val and new val. Where are you crashing here? Onset health. Int old val. Int new val. If new val is less than old val, do the hit effect. If it's 0, you can just do no, less than equal to 0, death. Somewhat clear. Why is yeah, use explicit. Fix up here as well. Nice. We don't need to do anything here, but I will nonetheless copy old val and new val from here. Copy, paste, turn off insert. Okay, let's give that a go. And I'm probably not going to bother testing on the third character, but yeah. Let's see how this looks. Oh man, I'll be at gym way too late. Oh, it's gonna be so packed. I'm going to be crying because I can't get anything, any machines or treadmill. I'm lazy enough as it is on the treadmill, and then when they don't have the treadmill, I'm like, oh, I'll just do cycling instead, and I just keep it at like 10. I'm just there like, as I watch stuff, watching Alex Rider right now. It's good fun. Play. Create relay. And let's copy this over. And let's join relay. Punch. Pat. Bada. You what? Boosh, boosh, boosh. Ha 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 ha. Sweet, so that's another aspect of the game complete. I now have callback effects and visual effects, and a material that will handle all of them. Sweet, that is looking good. Oh man, it's all coming together. Alright, I'm going to call it there. That was 3 hours 40. Not a massively productive day. I wanted to get a bit more done, but I mean, I finished attacking and I got attack effects in, so I can just cross that off the list. I didn't even think I had attack effects in there, did I? Attack effects. Should be a story. Attack effects, story. What did we do? We create effect material. Apply apply material change or alter material on callback. So we can say we did all these things and get some nice little ticks off and boost our serotonin. That's how it works. Boom, we get those. So next time, handle relay close I should probably put as a higher priority. This we just have to check to see if I've done it. And then we can get on to creating enemies. We will start with the stationary enemy archetype, and then after that maybe move on to actual VR work, which, oh god, I'm both scared and excited. What's happening? Click. Edit. No? Don't want to edit for me? Reload. Click. Here we go. I liked it when it showed up in the sidebar. It doesn't do that anymore. Let me change the parent. Basic enemies. Okay, I think I can close all this stuff on the right. I could probably even close Mixer right now because I'm not doing much animation work anymore. Okay, that's looking good. I'll cross that off, and I need a slash, so I'm going to end the stream there. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody stopped by. I shall catch you all tomorrow.